So I'm presenting on Deadpool and his cancerous superpowers. So let's get into it. First, I wanted to talk a little bit about why I chose Deadpool. So I chose Deadpool because I love Deadpool and the X-Men franchise in general, because many of the characters' superpowers relate back to scientific concepts, such as mutations, genes, and more. Deadpool in particular is interesting to me because he is essentially a walking tumor, and like Henrietta Lacks's cancer cells, he is functionally immortal. Mutants also can be viewed as allegories for various other, often marginalized groups. When the X Men comics first came out during the 60s, it was during the height of the civil rights movement here. In the 80s and 90s, during the AIDS epidemic, the X Men comics had a revival, leading many to make connections between their favorite comic book characters and the LGBTQ community. This portion of Marvel Comics also features many more realistic, science based, ethical issues, such as biomedical experiments and procedures done without consent, cures that were not asked for, biowarfare development, etc. Lastly, I'm honestly just a big, huge nerd, and I just love this stuff. So, a little bit about Deadpool's origins. Deadpool's real name is Wade Wilson, and he's often nicknamed the Merc with the Mouth because he talks a lot and he's a mercenary. He is a Marvel Comics character whose first appearance was in 1991 in the New Mutants number 98 issue. He's been featured in many X-Men comics since, as well as had his own comics and a movie franchise. Thank you, Ryan Reynolds. He went from being in the military to being a mercenary who only killed people who he deemed bad. Then he was diagnosed with a very aggressive cancer. Since he was desperate, he volunteered for a government special weapons program that promised effective treatment. He was then experimented on instead and tortured by the hands of said surprisingly not American, German, or Russian, but actually Canadian government, which led to his mutation being expressed. It is debated if he was a latent mutant with an already mutated X gene that hadn't been expressed, or if he was a human that was mutated, aka a mutate. He's dismissed as insane a lot, and he most definitely is, but part of it can be attributed to his awareness of the fourth wall and the fact that he is a fictional character in comics or movies or whatever media he's in. So his main superpower is his regenerative healing factor, which prevents him from dying as he can regenerate from even a single cell. This allows him to regrow limbs and organs and survive typically fatal situations such as decapitation or being blown up. He is also capable of inhuman feats of speed and agility. Although this isn't addressed explicitly much, he has the ability to dodge or deflect bullets and can move faster than his opponent's eyes can track. He also has super strength. He's been known to press 800 plus pounds without much effort. He's snapped someone's arm off and can go toe to toe against superhumans like Captain America. So, first, his regenerative healing. One necessary physiological difference in Deadpool would be increased neural plasticity. Because of all the brain injuries and actual death he experiences, the typical months-long regeneration of neurons and neural pathways is not ideal. Instead, in order to bounce back quickly and get back to fighting and cracking jokes, increased neural plasticity is needed. Increased growth factors is also necessary as these proteins are received throughout the body to promote cellular division, which is crucial to repairing injuries. Another thing that is crucial to bouncing back from injuries is bone remodeling. Deadpool would need an increased rate of bone remodeling to break down the old damaged bone to make room for new bone growth. This could entail more active osteoblasts and maybe higher levels of estrogen to promote this remodeling. He would also need plenty of nutrients, especially carbohydrates for glucose. Sorry about that. Someone just came to interrupt me. Especially carbohydrates for glucose, and oxygen to allow for more energy production for these accelerated cellular processes. Likewise, a hyperactive thyroid gland or high TH levels could help with this faster cellular metabolism, these cellular processes accelerating. So next, his inhuman speed and agility. This could also necessitate a faster metabolism, as I just explained a bit ago. Um, there's also this heightened balance and body coordination that he has, and that could be explained by an above average functioning cerebellum. His ability to process information and react impossibly quickly could be due to sensitive proprioceptors, higher cognitive function, and better developed prefrontal cortex as a result. Um, Faster release and reuptake of neurotransmitters, which would lead to more efficient synaptic transmission. And lastly, his super strength. It's possible that a significantly larger fast twitch fiber content in his skeletal muscle could explain his superhuman strength, as chimps have a higher ratio of those fibers to slow twitch fibers than humans do, and their muscles are 1.5 times stronger than ours. It's also possible that with a more active sympathetic nervous system, the resulting increased adrenaline release could lead to, or should lead to, accelerated breathing or oxygen intake and energy mobilization, which could account for this increased strength. And that's all I've got. These are my references. Thank you.